Established and emerging creatives are showcasing Antipolo City as a hub for arts and crafts through a community fair. Artist Amihan Abueva joins us now to talk about Singing to the Moon. Amihan, thank you so much for joining us. Amihan is also the daughter of one of our great national artists, sculptor Napoleon Abueva. Amihan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us here.
So, first and foremost, why did your cousin, artist potter Lanel Abueva, create this artist-run community art fair called Singing to the Moon?
Well, we have a lot of artists, no? And the Crescent Moon Cafe is really a wonderful place. It's a very beautiful area. It has the big koi ponds, and it has enough space to have the artists. So it's really bringing all these artists together to come to the Crescent Moon Cafe. It's a really good family experience because there's something for everybody in that area.
And this Singing to the Moon, is it also to reintroduce and to continue to promote and educate our kababayans that Antipolo City is also a mecca for art?
Yeah, it's definitely a center for a lot of artwork. You know, aside from having the Pinto Gallery and Museum, you also have a lot of artists in that area. And what's interesting about the Singing to the Moon, it's actually bringing together professional artists, up-and-coming artists, as well as social enterprises that work with arts and crafts to help. One, we're helping the inmates in the BJMP, that's the Bureau of the Jails of Antipolo. We also have a shelter for girls who's also producing crafts. And then we have the group that I've started called Sowing Hope. So it's composed of women entrepreneurs and artists and weavers from Lake Cebu, where we also will be showing their items. But I'm also showing some of my own work.
Yes.
I make quilts, and I also make, messages about children's rights, because that's what I've been working on these 35 years.
That's so wonderful. It's also giving back and sharing the love of art with many of our kababayans. But it's not just Antipolo artists who will be showcased here. They'll also be side by side with other artists from other provinces and cities in the country.
Well, no, mainly it's actually centered on Antipolo artists, because there are already a lot. I mean,
who are some? Who are some of these Antipolo
them,
artists?
well, we have the Antipolo Thursday Group and Crafters Corner. We have Art Caravan, Antipolo Group, the Box Camera. That's a very novel way of taking photographs. Then we have Carl Regalado, Creative Apes, Habi ni Ake, Inlayo Gallery, the Masipag Group, Maxi Tunggol, the Tahanan Santa Luisa for girls, the Vibal Publishing is also there. And we also have something for avid gardeners, because Wendy Regalado, Lanel's sister-in-law, will also be opening her garden. And she has a lot of native plants that will also be available.
And Antipolo is a city known for its art collectives. You mentioned Inlayo Art Gallery, Antipolo, the Thursday Group, which one of our great artists, Malang Santos, was part of. Also, the Creative Apes. Why are there so many collective groups in Antipolo and the individual artists?
Well, I think it's because art is a way of living, you know? And if you're an artist, you have to express your ideas. And I think for all of us, I think the saving grace of our country is that in spite of all the crises that we're having, we have a lot of artist groups. And we really need to create this appreciation for artists. And I think if we really build communities around artists and their work, and we have them, they're highly appreciated, this will also help to increase the capacity for creative thinking and critical thinking, which is what exactly we need now.
Critical thinking.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. How to know what's fake and what's real.
Yes.
Yeah. And by looking at the world in a very creative way, you actually help the children and other people learn the skills. You know? Because it's when you do things with your hands and with your, your whole being that actually helps you to understand things better. And I think this is what we really need, because we need to get out of this situation where people have such short attention spans. They're not able to analyze.
Social media.
Well, yeah, social media can be good and bad.
That's right.
Yeah,
Because
but
the art world can also use it as a means
Yeah,
to promote and educate
definitely,
our
definitely.
art and culture. And of course, when you take a look at Philippine art, Amihan, it has a lot of depth. It has a lot of structure. And as you say, because of our rich history, whether it be good or bad.
Well, actually, art flourishes when things are bad. You just have to look at Jose Rizal. Look at how he was able to write in his novels about the situation there. The situation during that time, to have a critical analysis. And this is what we need now. We need to look critically at what's happening. So art is not just an escape. It helps to make life beautiful, but it also helps us to understand things better. And I think this is why we really need to make sure that more artists come up, that we encourage them, we appreciate their work, and we create this kind of thinking. Because we need to look for ways out of the crisis that we're in now. So without art, I don't think we would have art and science and good public governance. I think that's what we
I
need.
see. Good public governance, transparency, and accountability of our public funds, especially the funds that come straight from your and my pockets, right?
Exactly,
Taxpayers' money,
exactly.
which has to be spent wisely
Yes,
and
exactly.
smartly.
Yes.
But of course, this Sailing to the Moon is a private sector initiative by yourself and of course your cousin
Yeah.
Lanel Abueva.
No, but we're getting some support also from the local
Okay,
government.
that's what I was
Yeah.
about to ask. How supportive is the local government
Well,
unit of
the-
Antipolo in
the-
also helping you educate, promote?
Yeah, so the local government of Antipolo is helping us with some technical stuff like the tents, and they're also sending the Antipolo band to perform. So they'll be performing there, and then we'll have other artists like a saxophone artist, Mr. Lihoro, who will also, Vince Lahora, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
who will
So
also be
artists from across the
performing.
board,
Yes.
from music
Yeah,
and
so
the
it's
visual
really
arts.
a big event,
Oh.
for everyone. Everyone will have a
And
lot
can you
of
tell
fun.
us, Amihan, when will this be taking place?
This is coming this weekend,
This
this
weekend
Saturday
already.
and Sunday. So it's really a feast for the senses, no? Because it's visual, it's also music, and then of course it's also wonderful food because the food in Crescent Moon is really great.
I mean, you have not only music, the visual arts, you have clay art, you have sketching, you have ice carving. Will there also be workshops for people like myself who love art to learn more?
Well, yeah, sometimes the artists have impromptu workshops. Like last time there was this a sculptor from Antipolo was really demonstrating how he could shape the clay, for example, to form figures. So there will be a lot of surprises, and people just love
And
to
it's
make
perfect.
things.
It's perfect timing because you have this Sailing to the Moon in the Burr months.
Yes, exactly.
So for our kababayans who want to
If you want
acquire
unusual
and purchase
gifts, yeah.
unique
Yes,
items,
yes.
which you cannot purchase from the department stores,
This is
then
the right
this is the
place.
right place.
Yes.
You are the daughter of a national artist, Napoleon Abueva. How are you continuing his legacy?
Well,
I would tell you his legacy
It's a big-
continues and has been sustained through the Outstanding Young Men of the Philippines. I have one of the TOM awards made by no less than your father.
yes. Well, in our family, there are several artists. Of course, Lanel is one. My brother, Mulawin, is an artist. And his daughter, Diwata, is now teaching in the UP College of Fine Arts. So we have a lot of artists in the family. And at the same time, of course, we do what we can to encourage other artists to continue their work.
So Amihan, to wrap up our discussion, please invite our viewers to
Yes.
Sailing to the Moon in Antipolo City.
Yes. Please come this Saturday and Sunday to the Crescent Moon Cafe. And this is in Antipolo City. We will be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the afternoon, both days, Saturday and Sunday. Please come, and you can find the details of Crescent Moon Cafe in Facebook and I think Instagram, and make a reservation to to come in. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Amihan, for joining us on The Final Word. Seating to the Moon this
Thank you.
coming weekend. It's like Fly Me to the Moon.
Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you.
Artist Amihan Abueva, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.